So the question is, find the perimeter of the sector if area of sector is equal to 452 meters square and its angle is 30 degrees. So in this question, we have to find out the perimeter of the sector. So in order to find out the standard formula for finding out the perimeter of the sector, let us consider this circle of radius r. The circle is having a radius of r units and it is also having a sector of angle theta. So here angle will be theta. So if the length of this radius is r, then length of this radius is also r, and let the arc length of this sector be s. Perimeter of any given shape means that it is the measurement of outline of the given shape. In this case, we have to measure the perimeter of this sector. So it is nothing but the measurement of its outline. Perimeter of a sector is equal to the length of this radius, which is r, plus the length of this radius, which is r, plus the length of this arc, which is s. So therefore, the standard formula for finding out the perimeter of any given sector is 2r plus s. We'll be using this formula, that is P is equal to 2r plus s, to find out the perimeter of the sector which is given in the question. But when we look into this formula, the question, they have not given the radius of the circle and also they have not given the arc length. Instead of that, they have given the value for area of the sector and the central angle theta. When we look into these two values, there's a standard formula for finding out the area of the sector. That is, for all, area of a sector is equal to half r square theta. And in this formula, theta is always in radians. So when we look into this formula, we have the value of area of the sector, that is 452 meters square, and we have the value of theta, but it is in degrees. We have to convert to radians. We can substitute these two values here and find out the value of radius, which is required in the perimeter formula. But we still don't know the value of s. So for that, there's the standard formula to find out the arc length of a sector. That is, for all, s is equal to r theta. In this formula also, theta is always in radian. When we look into this formula, we will get the value of r from this area of the sector formula, and then for the value of theta in radians, we have the value of theta in degrees, which will be converting it to radians. So now we can substitute the value of radius and the value of theta in radians in this formula and then find out the value of s. Next, we can substitute the value of r, which we obtained from the area of the sector formula, and the value of s, which we obtained from the arc length formula, in the standard formula for finding out the perimeter of a given sector and find out the perimeter of the given sector. First, let us concentrate on the area of the sector formula. Before that, we have to convert our theta in degrees to radians. So for that, for all, pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. So therefore, how much is 30 degrees in radians? Let this be x. When we cross multiply this, we get x is equal to pi radians into 30 degrees divided by 180 degrees. So 0 and 0 cancel out each other. Degree unit and degree unit cancel out each other. 3 into 6 is 18. So we get the value of theta in radians to be equal to as pi by 6 radians. So now we have the value of theta in radians and the area of the sector value which is given in the question. So now we can use this formula to find out the radius of the circle. Area of the sector, that is 452 meters square, is equal to half r square. We have to find out the value of r into theta in radians, that is pi by 6 radians. We get r square is equal to 452 into 2 into 6 divided by pi. We can substitute the value of pi, that is for all, pi is equal to 22 by 7. So therefore, r square is equal to 452 into 2 into 6 divided by 22 by 7. When we simplify this, we get r square is equal to 452 into 12 into 7 by by 22. When we do the calculations, we get r square to be equal to 1725.8182. When we take the square root, we will get the value of r. So r is equal to square root of 1725.8182, which is equal to 41.5430 meters. So this is the value of r. Next, we have to find out the value of s. For all s is equal to r theta, and we have found out the value of r to be equal to as 41.543 meters into theta. Value of theta in radians is pi by 6 radians. So pi by 6 radians. Here also we can substitute the value of pi to be approximately equal to 22 by 7. We will get 41.5430 into 22 divided by 7 into 6. When we do the calculations, we get 21.7606 meters. Next, finally, we can substitute this value of s and the value of radius in the perimeter formula to find out the perimeter of the given sector. For all, perimeter of a sector is equal to 2r plus s. So which is equal to 2 into 41.5430, which is here the radius of the circle plus the length of the arc, that is s, which is here, that is 21.7606 meters. When we do the calculations, we get 104.8466 meters. So this is the perimeter of the given sector. This will be our final answer. If you understood the concept, subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thank you.